Hello everyone and welcome back to Casual Antics. I'm Gabe.
I'm Kyle.
And today our very special guest is...
Hi, I'm Katie.
What's your last name, Katie?
Dalton.
What's your address? You can't say that. You can't say that.
You know, I think we've known each other for 4 years. What's your mother's name?
Mimi.
What are the 3 funky digits on the back of your credit card?
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first, folks. On the Casual Antics podcast, Katie Dalton's credit card number.
And that's it.
That's it. That's the whole podcast.
Yeah, you guys can fraud me.
Good.
Isn't it defraud? Or is it fraud?
I don't know.
I don't think you fraud people.
Why not?
Well, then I must have frauded my parents several times.
Me when I fraud my parents.
Me when I fraud the old people in my job. It's a joke for legal reasons.
Not a serious thing. In Minecraft.
So something I kind of wanted to bring up on this is about senioritis. I've been feeling that really hard recently, especially today. I had 3 tests, and usually I freak out. I study all night, whatnot. Last night I went straight home, straight to bed, woke up, played Elden Ring, straight back to bed, and that was my night.
I took a 4-hour nap in the middle of the day yesterday, and then I woke up at 3 in the morning and I watched Batman and Moon Knight.
How was it?
I actually really enjoy Moon Knight. I feel like there are 2 different types of Marvel shows. There are the good ones like Loki. I know I dragged on Marvel shows before just because I didn't like WandaVision and I didn't like
Captain
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But I did like Loki. And I really like Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight's following the progression of a decent Marvel show. It's more violent and gritty, and I love violence. So for me, it was more fulfilling to watch, I don't know, actual Marvel stuff happen. It was, well, and it's more strictly based on the comics, right? Which, anything that's the brainchild of Stan Lee as opposed to, traditional Hollywood is just something I rock with pretty heavy. I don't know. Have you seen it?
Nerd alert, I've only read the comics.
Lame, cringe.
I'm aware that they're following it pretty hard, and I'm excited because I was talking to someone a few periods ago. They're telling me that there's hints that some of his other alter egos from the comic are going to show up.
It's kind of swag. More multiple personalities.
He has
Spoiler alert.
So his multiple personalities in the comic, the ones I can remember are Moon Knight,
right?
Mr. Noon,
right?
His real personality, a cab driver who's the eyes and ears of Moon Knight. Basically, he hears all the stuff.
Okay.
Just a bunch of random stuff too. There was one time he was a woman.
That's kind of hot.
He just dresses up as a woman. There's just a bunch of different.
He's just like me, for real.
To be fair, I don't know anything about Moon Knight, and I think the name of a superhero called Moon Knight is stupid.
See, I thought that at first too, but I think the more I watch the show, the less I agree with that take. I don't know. I thought the same thing though. I went into it this is stupid. I hate this.
It's Good Night Moon.
Well, the reason he's called that is because he's not like Batman, right? People call him Marvel's Batman. He actually has some powers, and he's given that by a god called Khonshu, who is the Egyptian moon god.
Yeah, but don't care.
I will say it's hard to keep track of all the gods. Because you've got that guy who holds the planet in his hand, right? And then you've got Thanos. And then you've got
wait, who holds the planet in their hand?
In Eternals, the worst Marvel movie of all time. The dude with the 6 eyes rolls up and he's like, I'm a god.
I think that's actual God himself.
No, you're thinking of Jesus.
Okay.
Anyways.
Common mistake.
It's okay. It happens a lot in the Marvel community.
I would be very excited if the Avengers had to roll up on heaven and beat Jesus down. Gotta show him who's boss.
Gabe's gonna have to beep that one out.
No, you know what I'm gonna learn how to do? Just to keep the podcast rolling, I'm gonna learn how to do the censor beep. Just for you, Kyle.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Or you can just manually beep him out.
Service and sacrifice. The cornerstone of Central Times podcasting media.
So what are you up to, Katie? Besides eating a
fry?
I mean, I was eating a curly fry while
right
we're
podcasting.
When
you're about to ask.
Go ahead and eat it.
What am I up to?
No, you know what? Go ahead and eat it. We're gonna wait.
All right.
Into the mic, please. Was that good? Was that worth it?
People are gonna use me for this.
Half the fries curling in her mouth. She's going in for another bite. And it's in.
Okay.
I'm gonna love editing that later.
I'm giving that out for free. Anyways.
Are you 18
Wait,
yet?
What was the question? Yes, I am 18.
Okay,
sadly.
that's good.
What
do you? Wait, what?
Sadly.
You can give that out for money now.
But I don't want to. That's the thing.
I'm not sure about that. Anyways.
Wait, what was your question?
What are you up to?
What are you up to?
Like right now?
No,
currently
like in general.
I'm filming
like
a
general.
podcast. Oh. In general, like, I don't know.
If you're doing a podcast.
So, I just recovered from a concussion. That was really fun. I've been out for like 7 weeks of like everything. So, yeah, like when you were talking about senioritis, like that's definitely a big thing for me. I just spit all over the desk. Anyways, it's definitely a big thing for me because I have to make up like everything that I missed on top of all the stuff that I'm currently doing and also going through senioritis. So it's a little different from like the average senior that's just like trying to work through their senioritis right now. Like I have like double the work than everyone else right now, so.
How'd you get your concussion?
I got my concussion at soccer practice actually. And it was like, I think like the first week of soccer that I actually got it. So that was not fun. Wasn't expecting it. Like you don't really, when you get an injury in a sport, you don't really think that you're going to get injured until it actually like happens. Like you just don't think about like that at all. And it's actually my third concussion. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't the third one like the one that kills you?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Like 3 strikes.
Fingers
out,
crossed.
Have you ever got concussed before?
No, my worst sports injury is when I ran track. I pulled both of my calves simultaneously.
Oh my gosh.
So then I didn't receive any medical assistance either. So I just like waddled around with like straight knees and like flat feet for a month.
I'm sure people were very kind about that and not.
No, it was great. That was like our old track coach who we just ran through injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So while both my calves were like in agony, I just ran that whole time.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't run track anymore.
You're getting ready for the military.
Yeah, indeed.
You're gonna have to amputate your legs.
That'd be fire. I could be like the Navy's first cyborg.
Sure. I don't know if that's how it works, but
that'd be awesome. Dude, if you ever become a cyborg, you gotta come here and amputate my arm so I become a cyborg too.
I'll recruit you. We'll have a secret division. The Casual
like
Antics
Force.
division.
The
Casual Antics.
I've actually seen Space Force stuff. It's crazy. I didn't even think like they were.
Didn't they launch a satellite?
Yeah, no. I was in Hawaii over spring break and I got to see one of their facilities, and it was insane. Like they had like armed guards at the gate, right next to a public beach where there was a bunch of like people in crazy cars all over the place. Someone actually was driving this little Beetle where they put needles on like a tire, like Mad Max style, so they could pop you if you get too close.
That's funny. I think Sam Sharp is going into like the Space Force, or that's what she wants to go into.
She's playing soccer for the Air Force Academy, right?
Yeah.
But is her goal like to?
I think it's the Space Force, or it's something to do with space. But I thought it was Space Force.
I don't know why you would go into Space Force and not NASA.
That's See, when you're joining the Space Force, what you're joining is like
the NASA division.
Planetary Defense Division. So what you're defending the country against, to the best of my knowledge, which is limited, just from the people I've talked. Because when I swore in, there was like a Space Force dude, and we all thought he was really weird. But he was there, so we talked to him. It's like you're defending against like extra-national satellites, like Russian satellites, and you're defending against like, I don't know, like aliens.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Space Force be protecting us against Rick and Morty all day.
The giant heads in the sky are coming.
Jesus. Sorry.
Common misconception.
Yeah, again.
The heads in the skies are not Jesus.
Not Jesus. They're different. No, yeah, before I enlisted in the Navy, I was like, man, the Air Force might be cool. And I was like, what about the Space Force? And like, maybe if there wasn't such like an ideology around joining the Space Force, I would have considered it. But like, I can just tell that it's a waste of government money. I can just tell, like, already I can just tell that there's nothing they're doing. They can't be anything they're doing that's like as important as the other branches.
You're saying that right now, but like over in that place I saw in Hawaii, they have like an actual like flying saucer ready. They got like Star Wars lightsabers. They got all sorts of stuff
For
right
what?
over there.
For what?
To look cool.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great. Good for them. I'd like a lightsaber just as much as the next guy, and I want mine to be purple. What's your lightsaber color?
Okay.
I know I can't. I get that. I get that.
You can't do that. Sorry. That's
Anyways.
Sam Jackson's.
Wait, Sam Jackson, like the football
No,
player?
like Samuel L. Jackson.
The guy that had a purple lightsaber.
Mace Windu.
So
He's the
you're
only.
You're not talking about Sam Jackson, QB1, Naperville Central.
No, he did not have a purple lightsaber.
I feel like he would, but.
Speaking of Star Wars,
his would be red. Transferville Central.
Did you ever see the 2003 like actual animated Star Wars thing? It's coming to
Anime?
Animated.
Anime.
It's coming to Disney Plus like next month.
Wait, which one? Like Clone Wars?
Yeah, it's the original Clone Wars.
Isn't that already on Disney Plus?
I thought it was coming out next month.
I've seen it.
Okay. So first off, I love that. Watched it a lot when I was a kid. But you just gave me a little memory here. I used to be terrified of the clones in that show.
Why?
So, you know how in like one of the episodes the ARC troopers like going through a thing and they're like doing hand signs and stuff?
Yeah.
I was terrified of the fact that the clone troopers would show up to my house, do some hand signs, and they would come into my room and get me. And
Stop what you're doing. We're just gonna wait for Katie to finish her tea. Oh, that was gross, actually.
So for the longest time, I was terrified of that, and I think I got over it because when one of my friends in elementary school sister was deaf, so she was doing, she was doing sign language, and
did that put you into like a state of shell shock?
Well, no, for a bit there I was like, what is a clone doing here? And she's like, no, it's sign language.
Kyle learns about sign language. How old were you?
I was like 8, probably. I was like young.
The formative years.
And she explained what sign language. She's like, that's so cool. She's like, yeah, you know, it's only deaf people give each other like sign language names. So I'm gonna give you this name. And if you can't see it, it's where you put a thumb in between your middle fingers and you like twirl it. For the longest time, I just thought that was a nice name she gave me.
Wait, so how did she communicate to you?
She named you Toilet?
She can talk too.
Oh.
Deaf people can still talk.
They can
well,
speak.
yeah, but like not all of them can like verbally
She can
communicate.
But just to be clear, she named you Toilet in sign language.
Yes, that is completely true.
Toilet?
It's kind of fire.
Yes.
Do you know the sign for bidet?
I don't. Not off the top of my head.
I feel like that might be one that you spell out. Maybe you like cup your hand and then like your other hand is like this.
This says British Sign Language, so maybe that's the British. That's actually something funny. American Sign Language is one hand. British Sign Language is 2 hands. So if I just start, you can't see us on this.
The Brits can't do anything right.
Yeah, when I start doing this too, you know what that means.
You know they put beans on toast for breakfast?
Yeah.
That kills me. Every time I see a picture of beans on toast, I want to like... I'm just happy I live here. I'm happy I live here and not there.
I would never go over there. That seems
They spell stuff kind of weird over there, too.
They crazy over there. They say... How do you say
They're
it?
crazy?
Say aluminum. Say aluminum right now.
Aluminum.
Aluminium. It's ridiculous. Why would you say aluminium? That's not how it's spelled.
How do you spell color? Not with a U.
Color.
It's like... And
Color?
it's like color, the way they say
They
it.
have a U. O-U-R.
Yeah.
Color.
I don't like it. I don't trust them. The redcoats.
Good day, governor. That's my British accent.
That was pretty bad.
I have a better British accent, but I'm not gonna
Do it.
you know, expose my
Okay, then don't do a
secret
British
CIA
accent.
identities. Anyways,
Do a different accent then.
I pranked a girl in 3rd grade. She was brand new at our school, and I pranked her, and I told her that I was British, and that my name was Natalie, and she believed me the whole entire year.
Did she go here?
Yes.
What's her name?
Susanna.
Oh!
Yeah.
Shout out to Susanna. You got trolled.
Yeah. Trolled.
Take the L.
Gotcha.
Talking about trolling and taking the L, Fortnite. I have been playing Fortnite now that there's no building. Kinda goated.
Now that there's no building, you're good?
Yeah.
Could you not build before?
No.
PC or Xbox?
PlayStation.
How did it feel having a bunch of third graders beating you all the time in a game like that? How'd that feel?
You know, it felt fine, but my new game mode that I'm really taking to heart is the Fortnite Among Us called Imposters. And everyone has mics in it, and so most of the time it's either just people like spamming like very inappropriate like slurs or something, and the other half of the time it's little kids like just screaming into their mic, "I'm not the imposter, I'm not the..." So it's really fun.
I haven't played Fortnite since the new update.
I haven't played Fortnite, period.
Ever?
Like, I think I played it like once at a friend's house, but no.
I played during the beta, like long ago, when like the game was like the zombie game, and then the Fortnite was just the like the side game. But I don't know. It's not as fun anymore because like the player base has changed and the strategies have changed. It's really easy to just spin your mouse around in a circle and like spam the W button and just win the game. But so I get that no building makes it easier.
It just makes it more fun. And like they also added like sliding into the game.
It's basically like a lower res Apex.
Yeah. Yeah. Not even like it's not even as fast as Apex though. It's just like a slow Call of Duty.
I think
Battle
Apex
Royale.
is better though, to be honest. Like especially like the way that they animate their games. Like if you ever played Titanfall 2, Kyle,
I love that
like
game.
they would like they put on those suits, you know what I mean, and they animate like every single thing that the character does, and it makes the game like super duper smooth.
You ever play the story mode of that?
Yeah, I have.
Crazy. I don't know.
Insane.
For like a game like that, a sequel to Titanfall, that it was insane how much work they put into that.
Well, and like I feel like that game was slept on because
it was
like. I don't know. I guess it's hard to market a game like that in comparison to marketing like a battle royale. I think they did a good job of like recovering from the.
It's still being played today
because we have this like battle royale mentality now, like in mainstream gaming. So I think Apex Legends was like an appeal to that.
Halo Battle Royale coming out soon.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Halo Infinite Battle Royale.
That's kind of cringe.
They should make Minecraft Battle Royale.
No,
they probably
not.
already have. I think that's called Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, yeah.
It's not,
that's been around for a little while.
Copyright.
Isn't it called like survival games?
Yeah, no.
I was goated with the sauce on that when I was a kid. I would go off so hard.
You're probably
Dude,
one of the
I
people
didn't
that
know.
tormented me in that game.
100% I was. 100%.
I remember I would just like, as soon as the game started, I would just turn and run and like not even grab weapons. I would just hide the entire game.
So you're telling me you were bad at the game?
Basically.
That's what you should not
I
be
mean,
doing.
I'm a gamer girl. What do you? Just kidding. Can we talk about the fact that Gabe and Kyle have only had one other girl on their podcast?
You're our only other guest.
We have had 2 guests.
That's
and
a
both
little
were
sus,
girls.
guys.
This has been,
Just saying.
we're being inclusive. We haven't had a single dude
Sus.
on.
Yeah, you have.
Who?
For the military stuff, right?
That's not this podcast.
Oh.
You're thinking of a different one. One we
I
won't
see,
be
I see.
speaking of currently.
I see.
One Stop Central. In its grave.
How did the song go?
What?
Sing
Remember
us the
like
song,
hype
Kyle.
song?
Don't put. You think I watched any of the
Wait,
episodes?
what was like the hype? It was like
It was like hard rock, and then it was like the drone shot.
I don't know.
That is not it. That is not. We're just doing random beats now.
Is that close to it? Is that close?
Anyways, this is not One Stop Central. We've had 2 guests, including you, and both have been girls. So
We're good people.
We're great people.
Change the name to Casual Controversial.
Casual Controversy?
Yes, that's... Yeah.
We haven't said anything controversial.
They're always controversial.
Well, controversial stuff that aren't in the podcast, so.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
For one of your podcasts, you should just read off of the quote wall.
No.
No.
That's not... We don't talk about that, actually.
You stay seated.
Sorry.
Stay seated during the podcast, Katie.
Sorry.
I feel if you stayed up a game, we might have to tie you to that chair.
Sorry. I'm short.
For
and
legal
the mic
reasons,
does
that's
not
a joke.
fit my height.
Yes. A joke.
Katie, are you excited for prom this weekend?
I'm so excited for prom.
Why?
Because my boyfriend is coming.
Where's your boyfriend from?
Naperville.
No, that's not where he's from. Try again. Where's he from?
Naperville.
Okay, so Katie's boyfriend, his name's Sam, and he comes from a state that starts with a U and ends with Ta.
Utopia.
And he is not a Mormon, he's in a minority group in Utah. And
Oh,
you guys
no.
met. Where'd you guys meet? I already know the answer.
You guys meet
Don't-
in Utah?
No, do not. We met at a summer camp.
That's not true.
No,
That's
we
not
met
what
at
I
a summer camp, Gabe. Don't put this in your podcast.
No, I mean, no, I don't
Gabe.
know. I don't know.
Gabe, do not put this in their podcast. Seriously, because I've told so many people that we met at a summer camp.
I have to know. You can cut it out later. I have to
I'll
know.
have to tell you later because I can't just say it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's just say that their summer camp had a lot of.
No! Oh my god.
What kind of are you on?
Anyways,
She stood up again. That's the exact moment we started.
at this exact moment we start, Katie stands up.
You would have
Hi,
took the
everyone.
wrong prom, like,
I
bad
just want to let all of our
prom
listeners know that Katie has classified and redacted information in this podcast.
Katie, of the two guests we've had, you're not top.
You're
not
like
top.
maybe a C tier guest.
I mean, I'm C tier and everything. So,
Heard it here first, folks.
L. Katie, what's your least favorite promposal?
Ethan Pitlack, I am the Joker, or whatever the heck that was.
I think if he had said, I'm not joking around, instead of I'm not jokering around, it would have been good. Because
yeah.
it's fairly obvious that he's the Joker, right? I was
Yeah.
frustrated by this morning when I
Yeah.
first saw it.
He was like all but screaming. In
I was shaking because I was like, I thought it was a really funny moment that was just totally ruined by the syntax of the poster.
And I thought it was funny because I actually showed Sam like the poster, and he goes, "Wait, so who is Gianna in Batman?" And I was like, "Gianna is not in Batman," so that was funny. But
Sam, who you met at a summer camp,
yeah,
and is from Utah.
yeah,
They met at a summer camp.
Yes, summer camp.
At a summer camp.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. A real summer camp. What was summer camp called?
Summer camp fun time.
Camp summer camp.
Utah summer camp.
Camp Utah.
Camp.
Mormon.
Wow, that's taking it too far, Kyle. That's taking it too far with the Mormons.
There's nothing wrong with being Mormons and being at a summer camp.
Mormons are cool.
I love Mormons.
What's the difference between being a Mormon and being Amish?
Amish have like a very interesting thing, actually. They're very interesting people.
Because they don't
That
do
doesn't sound similar at all.
they don't do electricity, right?
Amish don't.
They do
I
like
just don't use like any like modern thing.
I heard they make mean chairs though.
No, they make really good chairs.
They
make really
churn
good
their own
leather
butter.
stuff. They're really good. Interesting thing about them. You want to know why they aren't considered a cult?
Why?
They have a thing at 16 where kids are considered they're almost adults, like they're adolescents, right? They can make their own choices, but they haven't taken the oath to become an actual adult and have committed themselves to Amish life, right?
Wait, I'm stopping you right here. I actually took cultural anthropology, and technically, every single religion is a cult.
Yeah.
Okay, you could say that technically, but like
We're talking here about
we're talking like culturally and realistically. Like,
Did you say culturally?
Culturally.
Culturally?
Oh, you got me. You're so smart. My point is that like Catholicism, which is practiced probably by like at least 1 billion people, right? Is not a cult. But like a splinter of Catholicism where like you believe a bunch of things that aren't part of Catholic literature would be considered a cult, at least culturally.
Culturally.
So I think that's what we're going off of, right?
I see.
Anyways,
Yeah, excuse Katie's interruption.
yes, and with
I just
cults,
want to let everyone know that currently while I'm sitting in the chair, I am like shorter than the mic.
You can also
Like
just
they did not set up the mic for me
you could have like fixed
well
it
at
or
all,
mentioned that
and I
before.
feel very offended.
So what were
So
you
this
saying?
is how they
what were you
again.
saying
This is
about
how they treat women on their Casual Antics podcast.
What were you saying about
the Amish.
the Amish?
So typically in cults, what makes them, culty is that they don't let people like outside of it. And while this is like it's different for like every congregation of Amish.
Just ignore her.
Um,
She's not here. Right now.
They have a thing where they are given money and whatnot and are allowed to go and experience the outside world.
Right.
Meaning,
Like a normal people field trip.
I just hit the mic.
where they are allowed.
It's called what?
Oh, really?
Rumspringa? Our sub just informed us that it's called Rumspringa.
I don't know why we're talking about the Amish.
Because they're interesting.
We can talk about whatever we want.
In Boy Scouts, I've actually talked to some Amish. They've been very nice.
Okay, so would you say that the majority of people stay Amish after
Yes,
Rumspringa?
according to like research, that like 90% of all go back to being Amish.
Do you think there's that's due to pressure from their parents, or do you think that like the appeal of being Amish is really that?
I don't know because the stuff that I've seen about it, and some of them they like you can't talk to them ever again. Like if they leave and they decide they're not going to be Amish anymore, you can never talk.
You can't
to them
talk to
again.
your parents.
No.
Well, yeah, that's
same with Mormons. But the reason it's not considered a cult because in some places too, and they, especially as it's growing, they're just like, okay, you can make that choice. You made that choice. That's you.
Right. That's fair. You can't force someone to, in this day and age at least. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of hard to hide information from people these days.
For real. Unless you literally don't have a phone.
Really? I hide so much information.
With them.
Like where you met your boyfriend,
yeah,
which is redacted.
Yeah.
They met at a summer camp.
I met at summer camp.
Summer camp.
Yes.
What'd you guys do at that summer camp?
We swam in a lake at the
what
summer
was the
camp.
lake called?
Lake. Okay, now that I raise up my chair to fit my microphone, my feet are touching the ground.
She's gonna just complain about everything.
This is an L guest.
I'm not a guest. I'm actually... New announcement, guys. I'm actually joining the cast of Casual Antics.
The answer is no.
If you like
Denied.
me,
Request
if you
denied.
like me in this cast, please leave a comment below.
Literally no one is going to A, comment, or B, say anything about you being...
Disable
Literally no
comments.
one watches your podcast.
That's true.
That's true. Do you care? I don't remember caring about that either.
Did I ask?
We're a niche internet podcast.
Yeah.
It's about the experience for us. Now that Katie's comfortably situated in her chair with a microphone that appropriately fits her height, we're going to end the podcast. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time.
Love you.
Love you.